How you doing?
Doing good, man. What's up, Russell Brunson? In my highest pitched voice I can make today.
That's awesome. So,
I didn't even see you were wearing a Funnel Hacker shirt, dude.
Of course.
I need to get...
We can superimpose it on you or something. It'll be
Okay,
awesome.
let's do that. This is the new look. You got the older one. I got the... We'll do black text right
The
here.
pink one with the black text superimposed that moves around.
I'm
be
here.
awesome.
I'm here.
Very cool. My guess, I'm going to have you on the show a bunch of times because you're always doing crazy cool stuff. First funnel I saw of yours when we first met was your gun targets. Now we are going into premium wolf gun oil. I don't even know what that means, but I'm excited to to find out. And
You gotta have a weapon that's clean, man. A weapon that works.
So let's get some backstory because some people probably know you from the internet marketing, like training, coaching company you do. But then you're also doing, and you're selling T-shirts over here. But this stuff's fun for me because was it your brother that's kind of the gun guy?
Yeah. I'm just the nerd in the back typing on a keyboard. That's really all I do. He's the gun guy. I didn't want to see him. He graduated from police law enforcement. Didn't want to see him come home in a casket. So I was like, let's start a business together. And I knew he'd say yes to guns, so we started up.
That's awesome.
Easy as that.
And you guys have when did this whole thing start? How long has the gun stuff been going?
Ooh, probably 2.5 years now.
Okay.
So we started with T-shirts, did some T-shirts. We did, I read Perry Marshall 80/20 book, and come to find out, our fan page, what we were selling from to our niche was worth $500,000 a month, and we were only making $50,000 a month. So I figured that 95% of the people didn't want T-shirts; they wanted physical products other than shirts. So that's kind of when we started going into like the Targets, the Wolf Oil, and things like that.
That's awesome. Okay, so walk me through this. Now, how long has the Wolf Oil one been actually live? This is my first time actually seeing it, which is cool.
Oh, really? Oh, this one's been live for 5, almost 6 months now.
Has it really?
So this one's kicking butt, man. As good as the Target one. Like, we're just having a Danish time with it. I mean, it's so much fun.
Let me ask you a question before I know we're going to show this, but like, so you got your gun targets, you got your gun oil. Is everything after the first offer similar or the same, or is the entire funnel different on each one of the offers?
Let's see. The procedure is the same. Okay. So what we have found is that no matter what we sell on the front, we always sell it again on the upsell. So if I'm selling wolf oil in this case, I'm going to sell wolf oil again to you. Because the thing is like, if you went to an apple orchard and you bought an apple for $5, and then I was like, hey, do you want 10 apples for $2? Yeah, I guess I do, right? You're going to walk away
can't not say
with more
yes.
apples because you just bought 5 apples for $1, so now I'm going to give you 10 for $1 or something. So it's like, yeah, that's a no-brainer.
That's like, I was at this donut place the other day. Not that I eat donuts, but if I was. And the guy was like, hey, it's a dozen donuts for like $9, or for 12, you get 2 dozen. I'm like, I don't want 2 dozen donuts. He's like, but you have to get it. I'm like, I do have to get it. I was so mad, but there you go, 2 dozen donuts.
And what's so funny as like a marketer, we know what's going on, but it's just so good we can't stop it.
Yeah,
it's like
I can't say no.
It's just amazing.
That's awesome.
It's amazing. I know what you're doing right now. I see it. I'm giving you my card, but I know what you did. I love it.
That's cool. All right, so walk me through this, man. I'm
Let's do
excited.
it. All right, so we're actually changing it up just a hair. So don't if people are kind of seeing this with the older look, we're actually doing a newer look now. So what's the newer look is, whoa, my mouse is stuck here. There we go. The newer look is actually going to be deleting all the stuff below it. We found actually a higher conversion when we don't have this lower nonsense, just kind of explaining it. What we're doing, though, is we're pre-selling this. So we're pre-selling whatever it is, whatever item in the email drop or on the display ads or on the Facebook ads. Like that's what's selling it. That's our long sales letter, if you will. Okay.
Are we able to sneak? I know you probably want to load it up, but can we sneak peek that, or I can show it later?
I'll have to show it to you later because I don't know where it is.
Cool.
I can definitely send that one to you.
I'll superimpose this right now in the video so you see. There it is, you guys. You see it? Okay, cool. All right.
So beautiful. All right. So then they're pre-sold. So it's like, hey, we're doing this deal. Basically, get your free. Like, it's a really easy ad, right? Like, so many people make this stuff so overcomplicated, it's ridiculous. So free 1 ounce premium gun oil. Yes, rush me my free premium wolf gun oil before they're gone. So we're just setting them up right here to where, hey, you want some free oil? Yes, I would love some free oil. Next page. So they got to
It's
click
just a picture. It's
this
just like,
button.
here's a picture. There's no text, no video, or it's just, it is what it is.
Yeah, like, dude, like, we seriously keep it simple. Like, there's so many things out there that are just so ridiculously, like, you got to create a VSL letter that's at least 12 minutes long. And if it's not 12 minutes, make sure it's only 13 and a half. And it has 3 words in it. And it's like, dude, why don't we just try to tell them, like, if they want oil, they want oil.
Yeah, do you
So
want
we
the
have,
oil?
I believe it's like 30% opt-in on this. And we found that the double opt-in does better. So in your name and email below to express ship your wolf oil. So we're telling them basically we're going to express ship it. That's been kind of a big factor. Next, into your shipping details. So that's the double opt-in. That's actually worked pretty well for us versus the just like, you know, having the opt-in below the button.
Yeah.
So they type in their name and email, and then they make it to this beautiful order page. And we've worked tremendously hard on just like ramping and changing up the order form to get more and more conversions. Like, we'll do like mini split tests. Like, I remember one split test was just making the word free bold, and it got like a percentage increase, a percent order bump on our order page. Also giving more value. So someone can't Amazon wolf oil, right, with this offer. So we're giving them free oil, but we're also giving them a step-by-step cleaning guide. We're giving them some videos to see how they clean. And as you can see, there's a picture up here that we use on one of our Facebook ads. So there's congruency here, where it shows how much residue they got off their gun when they cleaned it. So they're really stoked to get this. We're giving them 1 ounces. So here's a couple things. I mean, obviously, contact information, shipping information, that's pretty simple. I like to use symbols that represent other companies that are representable, if you will. So in this case, we use the United States Postal Service logo because that's who we're shipping through and from. So USPS Express shipped. So then we're just telling them what they get, right? We're just reconfirming their order. Here's the reason we do both a banner and a text. On mobile, when they squeeze, so this is what mobile's going to look like, they can't naturally see this picture, okay, very well. So we wanted to also write a headline here so it's easy to read on mobile. But if they are using desktop, the banner sells it as well. So there's a reason that we do both there. I mean, I can get into like some of the things that we changed here, but you know, for the most part, it's just, you know, free oil if they want 2 ounces, 4 ounces, or 6 ounces. We're just upping the price. So one's $5.95. They want double, it's double the price. If they want 4, it's, you know, quadruple the price, and so on and so forth with the prices.
What
we
percentage,
get about
what percentage takes that? This is unique. I've never seen anyone besides you do inside ClickFunnels, which is really cool. So what? Talk about like what percentage takes what, or how, you know, something cool about that.
Yep. So 50% take the first one, 30% will take the second, about 12 will take the rest, right? So it doesn't matter if we have, like, we've been testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've been testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10. So it's always 50% are taking the first, 30% are always taking the second, and then the rest of the percentages are usually scaled out like a ladder. So it's just, that's where it is. So what's interesting though, Russell, is like when I see someone take the 6 ounce, or if they'll take a 10 ounce, I know that's telling me that there's people out there that want more. So I'll go back to the order form and I'll create, okay, well, there's people taking the 10 ounce, so is there people that want 20 ounces? Yes, there is. Okay, wow, well, what about 30 ounces, right? Like I keep upping it to see all that stuff. So it's really interesting. So they're just basically paying for shipping. I believe the oil, in our case, like some number-wise, I think the oil costs us like $2, and then it costs us $3 something to ship it. So we're right break even at the product, but obviously the cost of getting a customer is usually around $15 to $20. So that's where we're at within the funnel.
That's cool. Didn't you do some tests on your button there too?
Yes, we are always. So I learned this from Sean Lynham. So we always are again telling them what they're ordering in the button. You know, the psychology that like I've seen is no one likes to pay for anything. They like to receive stuff. So we've really changed up the order form in that way, in that regard. So like shipping address used to say billing address. So billing refers to you're going to charge me. Step 3 used to say checkout. We changed that to say product selection, right? So anything that refers to, or the button that says buy now, anything that refers to buying, we changed. And now it's just, we're just letting them say, oh, I'm receiving this. Like, we're giving this. This is something you're receiving. So once we started changing that around, like our order form went from around 4 or 5% and to now it's about 12 to 13% on a conversion, just because of that feeling. Like, it's really cool.
It's like such a subtle
so we're just
thing,
reconfirming them on the button.
Yeah.
You do feel different. I mean, take a look at, when you're shopping at a mall, you're going and grabbing stuff, like, right? It's already in your possession. Like, oh, I get to have this.
Yeah.
So
we talking about your chat box too. I know we talked about some of the cool stuff that does as well.
Yeah, I mean, I can go in as depth as you want. So the chat box is super important. There's 3 things on here. One you can't see. First is the chat box. If you don't have a chat box, you're crazy. This thing costs us $5 a month. $5 a month, guys. Secondly is our phone number. I had somebody call in. So here's why the phone number is so important. This timer down here, we had it set to hit 0, and then it would stay at 0 for 2 days. We had a guy call in. He's like, hey, can I still get the wolf oil? I was like, yeah, why would you think you couldn't get the wolf oil? He's like, well, the timer says 0. So I thought I couldn't order anymore. I was like, oh my gosh, are you freaking serious? Like, how many other people thought that with landing on the page, like coming back from an email follow-up or something, and the timer says 0 and didn't order because they thought, oh, the time ran out. I guess I can't order anymore. It's like, wow. So it's like we're learning so many things just by the phone, by people calling in. And a great example, a client of mine, he had a lady call in, and she's like, hey, I see I can only order four items here. He's like, yeah. She's like, well, I want 10. And he's like, oh, geez. So if he didn't have that phone number, she would have only ordered 4. Not the 10. So he made more money because of the phone number. The other thing that we use that's not shown here is MouseFlow. MouseFlow is $20 a month. It's really great for when you're starting out on ClickFunnels because it's $20 a month. It does 1,000 recordings. And what it does is it shows what people are doing, how they're maneuvering through your order form. And we really take that very seriously because I can see if they're immediately scrolling to the bottom, if they're reading so people read with their mouse. That's pretty common sense. To whereas we had one lady, so I watch it live. You can actually watch MouseFlow live. And so I'll be in my office, and I have a big screen in the front, and it's always on MouseFlow. It's always like watching the order forms, watching people as they progress, especially when we're starting a new product. So I want to like say, okay, like what's going on? So we're watching this order form come in, and it's this lady, and her name's like Alexis. She types everything in. She types in her email, her phone number, her street address, selects a quantity of product, enters her freaking credit card number all the way down to the expression year, and then boop, like the screen goes blank, which means they exited. I was like, where'd she go? She was just about to hit the submit button, but then she disappeared. I was like, okay, I'm calling this girl. Like, I got her phone number. It's on recording. Like, she didn't submit it, but I was like, I'm gonna call this chick because I want to know what the heck just happened. So I was like, I get on the phone. I was like, she answers. She goes, hey, this is Alexis. I was like, hi, Alexis. This is Trey from the NGOA. I was just calling, saw you're making an oil product, but weren't able to make it all the way through. I was going to see if I could do anything to help you. She's like, who is this again? I was like, this is Trey. Nothing crazy. Like, I'm just checking to make sure everything's going okay. And she's like, yeah, I was going to order some wolf oil, but I realized how good of a deal it was. So I left and I went and texted my friend to see if she wanted some too. I was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? Like, that's awesome. Because then that's what started creating my email follow-up, which was like, hey, did you think this was such a great deal that you left and we're going to tell a friend about it? And if you're like anybody else, once you see an offer on Facebook, it's gone forever, right? You only have that one time to see it. And man, like our freaking email right now is getting like a 20% conversion rate just from the follow-ups. So I'm relating back to the audience with this stuff.
You find out what's actually happening in their heads and speaking